Welcome to The Chatter, your end of the week ear candy for what to eat, drink, see, and do in Richmond, Virginia, right damn now.
The Richmond experience is independently owned and created by locals, us, for locals, you. From recent openings and the latest trends to time-tested traditions and hidden gems, we're here to help you experience the very best that RVA has to offer.
Hi, I'm Paige, RVAX social media manager. I'm the face you see in front of the scenes on Instagram and TikTok, taking you to all the latest and greatest hotspots around town.
And I'm Kelsey, RVAX managing editor, working behind the scenes on your Wednesday and Thursday newsletters, the Weekly Insider and the Weekender, and City Guides.
Hey, Kelsey.
Hi, Paige. Long time no see.
I know. Welcome back. How was vacay?
It was wonderful. It was very relaxing. We had like nice weather almost the entire time with like a little rain at the end, but I feel like it came in clutch because everybody was pretty worn out by the end of our vacation, but it was so relaxing. How was yours?
So good. Same thing. Very relaxing. We didn't have any rain, but we had some wind. But I can't really complain. You're at the beach, so
I know. What's really the problem? It was kind of windy for us too. I felt like it was like warm enough that you could enjoy being on the beach, but it was definitely breezy.
yeah. And then I just got back from the Finger Lakes, so it's been like a wild month for travel for both of us. I think we're
Yes.
both ready to like kind of be here and just, experience Richmond.
I know, be back, start this new season of life, of weather. I can't wait to be, fully into all the fall things. There's so much going on like in the week ahead and in the months ahead. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, this is like the part of the year where it's full steam ahead. I've been adding so many events to our event calendar. This weekend is crazy. So yeah, it's a perfect time to be in Richmond. The weather's turning. I'm ready. I'm ready for
know.
pumpkins,
I know.
fall.
I know. I
Yeah.
already picked up some Cinderella pumpkins, which are my new obsession. Those
What are
ones that
those?
they like look like the Cinderella carriage, like pumpkin kind of situation. I got them from
Okay.
Tom Leonard's. They have a great selection.
Wait, is that what you just call them or is that a thing?
I think it's a real thing. Like, I didn't come up with that. I saw that somewhere and I was like, A,
Oh,
I love the term, and B, I love what they look like.
okay.
But I can't claim it, although I wish I could. It's such a clever, I feel like, title for it.
I've never heard that.
You got to look for the Cinderella pumpkins.
Okay.
They're cute though.
Yeah, I need to get some for our front stoop and maybe even our deck. So
Yeah, spruce it up a little bit with all different kinds of gourds
yeah,
for the season.
I'm ready to decorate. I meant to get out like my fall decor, but we're getting the house painted next week, and I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I'm just gonna wait.
You got plenty of time. Fall, I put those pumpkins out, and then I was like, am I like pushing this too early? But the kids were excited. I was excited. Fall technically starts, I think, on the 22nd, at the
Yep.
end of beginning of next week.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of time, Paige. I don't think any time is the wrong time.
Yeah, I know. I already put out like our RVA fall bucket list on Instagram. I know we have a city guide coming out. I don't know. Like, we're ready.
We're ready. We're easing in for sure.
All right. So what to eat, drink, see, and do in RVA this week. And I think you're up first.
I'm up first. And speaking of all those new restaurants, one of the ones that caught my eye most when I was putting together the Weekly Insider was Sweet Peas RVA, which opened in Jackson Ward earlier this week, I believe on Tuesday. As they put it, this spot blends comfort and sophistication, redefining American cuisines with a passion for made from scratch dishes. And here's how I'm planning my next meal there, because obviously it's brand new, so we haven't gotten a chance to go over there yet, but their menu looks fantastic. For an appetizer, I think I'd go for the Peruvian chicken fries with ají verde, salad, a beet salad, roasted beets, poached pear, goat cheese mousse, arugula, walnuts. Have you had goat cheese mousse, by the way?
I mean, is it just whipped goat cheese?
I guess. I don't know. I've never had it, but it sounded delicious. It caught my eye immediately. For the entree, I do jumbo scallops with orange fennel and couscous. For dessert, I do the banana pudding roll, which is house-made banana pudding rolled inside a light vanilla cake topped with caramelized bananas. And then, of course, I pair it all with their craft cocktails because that's another one of their specialties. But like the whole menu looked delicious.
I mean, and it's coming to us from Chef
Antonio, right?
Yes. And so I've been privileged to go to an event with all of his food. So like, yeah, you're making me starving.
Oh my gosh. It's like a perfect lunch or dinner option. And he, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I think we've included him in our guide about different like private chefs and caterers and people who are sort of in that industry. And now he's got his full restaurant. So it's going to be good. It all sounds so delicious.
Yeah, and I went to and it was a private event where he catered. So loved
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Had a great experience. So I can only imagine that the restaurant will be amazing.
Yes, he's made a great name for himself in the city, so you can guarantee that all the food's gonna be delicious, and it sounds very, like, perfect for this time of year too, as things are cooling
Comfort.
down. It's very comfort food based, it seems like, so definitely hit that up at your earliest convenience. We absolutely will be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
I
for
have so
any
many
by the way oh, sorry, go ahead,
so
Paige.
many business visits I need to like
I know
do
your
and
calendar is gonna be even more stacked than it already is, Paige, but by the way, for people listening, if you wanna read any more about the menu and plan your meal ahead of time, you can find more information at sweetpeasrva.com, which is SWEETPSRVA.com,
cool.
FYI.
Go scope out that menu.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, so up for me this week is drink, and it is Negroni week. So this is a partnership with Campari, but it's happening right now until September 22nd. So you have this weekend to go out and sip some Negronis. But it's this partnership where bars and restaurants around the world will be mixing classic Negronis and variations in support of Slow Food's mission to foster a more sustainable and equitable world of food and drink. So you can join the celebration locally at the Jasper, Emerald Lounge, Lolita's, Fanboy, Sabai, the Stables, and Laura Lee's. So I did have to scope some of these menus out,
Yeah.
and they sound amazing. I was just telling Holly that tonight we have plans, and I really want to like end the night at maybe the Jasper to
Little
just
Negroni.
sip a Negroni. But the Jasper has a special menu featuring 6 different takes. So that's cool. And at the Emerald Lounge, you can get a frozen Negroni, which sounds so like delightful.
Ups the ante for sure.
And then at Laura Lee's, you got the 3. You got the classic, the spagliato, and the frozen.
Yeah, which of course with the Spagliato, all I can think
I
about is
know.
that trending
A
sound.
little prosecco in it.
Oh, wonderful.
I know.
Definitely, all sounds good. I love when, like, you can get of course, these cocktails like this, but then up the ante with a frozen situation. That's, like, always my
Yeah.
go-to if they've got something like that.
I know. It just makes it a little bit more fun.
I
But
know, it's even more
if you
celebratory.
if you didn't know, like in the spirit world, like the Negroni is like the perfect before or after dinner drink. So it's definitely on my list to check out. But you can find more info at negroniweek.com and you can see all the places that are participating. But I believe those are the ones that are doing it in Richmond. And each spot has a different menu and different offerings. So I would just check out their Instagram, see which ones you want to scope out for the weekend. But sounds so fun. I also would be remiss not to mention that September is Virginia Spirits Month. So um, this happens annually every September. So don't forget about our local distilleries. You know, we have Cirrus, Virago, Trial and Error, Reservoir, and Belle Isle Moonshine. So we also have a city guide on that. So I'll have Kelsey link that in our show notes as well, so you
Yes.
can head out and visit all of our local distilleries.
Yeah, and make sure you celebrate by going to, visit and spend some money at their bars. It's delicious. I love a little themed kind of crawl like that, go crawl for the Negronis or go do your own like bar crawl as far as spirit places go. It's fun. I was
Yeah,
going to
that
ask
would be
you
fun.
if you had any if Virago had started in on their fall offerings yet, since I know Virago is one of your favorites,
Mm.
but looking at their menu, I think that they've still got their tomato teeny is the one that we were talking about earlier in the summer.
Yeah, and if you
So
haven't gotten over there, go get that
I
right now.
know, like you're just in the nick of time. Like you still have time to get over there because it looks like they haven't like changed things over yet. Otherwise, they're going to have great things coming up in the fall too. But I mean, all different kinds of ways you can get out and get in the spirit. It's great.
Truly. And then October, it's Virginia Wine Month, so
Of course,
there's
it's just
always
one
something to celebrate.
I know, one thing after the other. Just make sure you got your party hat on for sure.
Truly.
That's fantastic. Well, then for C this week, I'm doing, again, I love to sort of like play with the definition of this, but for C, I'm saying you should go see some virtual reality. Pelagos VR officially opened its doors at Regency Square Mall this week. The virtual reality bistro is a retirement venture of Navy veteran Gene Burke, and we love a good origin story over here like that. We love hearing about how business owners got into what they're into and how they're starting things up. And I think this is really cool that it's kind of like a second wind for him. Jean, the co-founder and owner, has been working hard on bringing this concept to life and looks to make the new spot a big part of the future of gaming. You can expect high-tech equipment, escape rooms, food and drink options like pizza cupcakes, Philly cheesesteak rolls, soft drinks, and adult beverages alike, and then much more on top of that. Full disclosure, the reason I even know about this is because a friend of mine actually knows Gene, and he invited him and my husband and a bunch of friends over to sort of like test run his offerings before he officially opened. And my husband had great things to say about it. So I wanted to give a shout out here in case people hadn't read about it in our insider or otherwise, because I feel like it's kind of one of those like hidden gem sort of things where like there's not really anything like this in the city. So if people are interested in a different way to like stay indoors on, you know, a rainy day, a hot day, or just in general, this seems like a good thing in like in the way of like River City Roll. I'm blanking. The bowling. River City Roll or Tegan Biscuit, of course, RIP, but things like that I love in the city, and I felt like this was in that category, so I wanted to suggest people get over there. Have you done virtual reality before, Paige?
No, I'm trying to think if I have. Like when I went to the Van Gogh immersive experience, at the end, there was a VR thing that you could add on to your experience for like, I don't know, $5 or $10. I don't remember, where you like are in the painting. We chose not to do it, but I feel like more and more things like that are offering it. So
yeah, to sort of like be, like you said, immersed in the experience of it. It's not exactly the same thing as like playing a video game. You're kind of like, from what I'm understanding, in the video game. It sounds like a really cool like spin on it. So I feel like I think our audience would definitely love something like that.
yeah, it sounds interesting.
Yeah. And then, of course, I love the whole aspect of, you know, as we've talked about with watching football games, 'tis the season. I love anything that's offering delicious snacks and drinks to go along with your enjoyment, too. I mean, that's great.
Absolutely.
Say less.
Yes.
If people want to follow more about this place, to keep it on your radar, you can follow them at Pelagos VR on Instagram and elsewhere on social media, and find them at Pelagos VR. Just
Cool.
FYI.
And they're fully open right now.
Fully open. They're officially actually opening. I believe today is their grand opening. We're recording this on Thursday, September 19th. So into the weekend, it's perfect time to get over there and like celebrate. Of course, it's going to be a really jam-packed weekend, as we discussed, with all the festivals going on. But you know, Sunday looks a little more overcast. Could be a good time to get a break from all of your partying and go indoors and relax, do some VR, something like that. That's what I would do.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, enjoy.
All right, and so for due, on Friday I have plans to hit up the St. Benedict Oktoberfest. So this one is like a fan favorite, I feel like.
Yes.
So the St. Benedict Oktoberfest is in Richmond's Museum District. It offers a lively celebration of German culture with authentic food, drinks, music, and entertainment. So you can enjoy German and local brews, traditional cuisine, a Christmas market, activities for all ages. It's free, it's family friendly, and it runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, rain or shine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just looking online. I really am just looking forward to the food and the beer.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the Stein, you know.
The German cuisine.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sure.
But this year in particular, I feel like everyone is having an Oktoberfest.
They're all over.
They are. So this weekend is also the Maymont Beer Garden. That's on Saturday and Sunday, but there's even more. So I rounded them all up in an Oktoberfest guide. So we'll link that below as well. But they're happening pretty much now through, some are happening in October. So if you like Oktoberfest and you want to celebrate and you want beer and German food, I would definitely venture out this weekend. We have so many things happening.
Yeah, they're an especially great place, I have found. Like if you're somebody like me who's really into like the pumpkin seasonal beers or anything like that this time of year, they're a great place to like taste test them and get different kinds. That's actually how I discovered the Hardywood Farmhouse pumpkin, one of my favorites. So they're a good spot to sort of like go out and dabble in like the seasonal offerings and then get some, you know, the next time you're at the grocery store.
Yeah, because you can taste test there, can't you?
I think that you can, but like a lot of them, especially at the St. Benedict one, because that's one that I've been to, they'll have like those like beer trucks and you can like go in, pick what you want, try something. I'm sure they'll offer like, you know, little tastings too if you're not totally sure on what you're actually going to drink for the afternoon. But I mean, even just taste test them, by get yourself a pint and enjoy.
Yeah,
See what you
absolutely.
like. Have you done one of those Stein hoisting competitions before, Paige? I feel like you would
No,
knock it out of the park.
I probably should.
I think you could.
I'm so competitive. I'd be like, I am not losing this.
You have the fire. That's what I was thinking. That's like half of what you need. I think you could definitely do it. I wanted to get in on the Hardywood October one last year, but the kids were over it. They were ready to go home. Maybe this year's my year.
Yeah, I just added that one to the calendar. That one's not until October, so we got some
True.
time.
I know. I'll have to like beef up, and get ready to go for my Stein hoisting.
Yeah, I think is it one on each side, right?
You know what? I think it depends on like
One.
who's running it. I thought the
Okay.
Hardywood one was like straight out front, like out in front of you, like you hold
Okay.
one with like one hand. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, and it was cool. Like bench top also theirs has already passed. It was last weekend, but they did something cool too. They put like an iron rod like that was heated into their beer, and then it
Oh,
made it like warm and malty. And
wow.
I guess that's very traditional as well. And I was like, this is so cool. So every place kind of puts their own touches and their
Yeah,
own spin on things, but I would definitely get out there, participate in one or two, because I feel like everybody's doing them and we have so many breweries and
I
it's great.
know. They're so
Yeah.
fun. It's like a nice, if it's not free, it's still like a low cost way. Like I think like Maymont starts at like $6 depending on what your
Right.
membership level is. So it's like
Yeah.
you can easily take the family out and enjoy any one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of them do have like those like family friendly like locations too for your kids if you're like a parent taking the whole family out too. So it's very definitely family friendly, I have found.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, cool. All right. So I'll link those things below for you. But if you want more information on the St. Benedict Oktoberfest, you can just go to stbenedictoktoberfest.com and we'll link that below as well. But that wraps us up, Richmond. So thanks for listening. And by the way, there's more. There's more where that came from. Joining the Richmond experience as a member is the best way to stay in the know about what's going on in RVA.
Not to worry, we refuse to sell your info or bombard you with ads, but we do charge a small annual membership fee of $39 a year to fund our team so we can keep doing this awesome work. Plus, a portion of each annual membership purchase for the Richmond experience goes to rotating nonprofits each month. That's like $1 per week to get an all access pass to the best of RVA and lift up local orgs. It's a really, really good deal, friends. And listen, what are friends for anyway? Use code chatter to get $10 off your first year's subscription.
Give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at The Richmond Experience, and on Instagram at The Chatter and RVA too. And if you enjoyed this episode, send it to your buds, rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you want to keep up with each of us, you can find me at Kelsey Heinz's Typing on Instagram.
And me, Sips and Trips with Paige on Instagram.
Chat with you next week, RVA.